Yeah, I'll tell you guys about the garbage truck story later.
The what?
The garbage truck story later.
Oh,
There
you
was a
told me.
little bit.
Is it? They get
No,
worse?
no, there was an update to it, so I
Oh,
figured
nice.
I figured you'd get a kick out of it. I was
Paige
like,
and his
yeah, this is
war
really
against
good.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oh man, that guy. That guy he just does not like his job.
Hey, Paige, when I try to post, it keep like if I say DM me for a chance to be selected as a guest tonight, it blocks my comment.
It does? I didn't do that. He got dropped. He's probably gonna think, oh, Paige is being an ass, and he just dropped me for no reason.
Right, get him out, yeah.
Hello, everyone that's in the chat, man. Thank you guys for coming aboard, being here tonight.
I got booted.
Now try to comment and see if it works. It might work.
To be a guest tonight.
Is it working? I don't see your name.
I'm typing it right now.
I don't see your name.
It's,
Hey, Lokaloo, Boba.
Yep, I did it again.
Man, I don't know.
See. I'll do it this way. There's a way around it.
There's a workaround. So while we're getting drinks set up for everybody, we should do it. There it is. There you are right there.
No, I have to. I can't write DM on there
because it thinks that you're trying to get people to slide into your DMs and shit.
Slide into my DMs.
Yeah.
Again,
you've been there. You know what's up.
We go down to the DMs.
It's a magical place, isn't it?
It is.
It seems to be. It seems to be.
Oh, wrong one. Boom.
The stuff of legend.
Yeah. All right. You know what? We should get this started because we were on track and then we went off the rails on the third episode that you weren't here, CC. So we're going to try to shoot for it tonight.
We got him here to keep us legal.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go. Ow. I messed my finger up. I don't know if you can see it. So but for show purposes, because, I bleed for this show. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 131 of the Hangout. My name is Paige, where we give you positive insight into the world, collecting a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because the three amigos are back. Yes, indeed. Mr. Cory Christopher, Mr. Michael Cory, the big three.
Man.
We are here. It's good to have you back, CC.
Thank you. Good to be back. I missed a lot last
week. I know. I was going to say really quick. Do you want to play a quick catch up since you weren't here?
Sure.
What can we ask? Well, how was your time off? Was it good?
My time off?
Yes, sir.
It was all right.
Just all right.
I've been busy. No such thing as time off. No rest for the weary.
Yeah, I know, man. Working and chasing little crumb snatchers and stuff.
Dan, that kid.
Broke.
You gotta watch. I know you gotta watch out for them. They'll take your money, your food, everything.
Yeah.
So I call them crumb snatchers, bro, man.
Yeah.
I don't detest kids. I just know how they are. So RumbleCon was last week, and I know we kind of bled that turn up a little bit, but we didn't get to talk with you. So did you have any quick thoughts, like what you thought was really cool? What really caught your eye the 2 days that you weren't here?
Ooh, well, the big one, of course, was the Rumbler. That was one I didn't see coming and probably didn't need to see coming. Mezco with vehicles is kind of a nightmare situation.
Yeah.
And then, man, these I know I'm going to mess the guy's name up, but the guy that's kind of similar to Darth Vader, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, it's
Rook.
Yeah, Rook. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Rook. Man, oh man, that kind of stuff it's going to break me pretty quick. So those are the two big ones for me.
Do you think that they're gonna go Star Wars after what you saw?
Paige, we talked about this. We'll
I
talk about it a little
know.
bit more later on because I still have my opinions later on. But for them to already have a Hasbro license and George Lucas with Indiana Jones, and the amount of kind of dropping of little bits and pieces here and there, I almost gotta imagine it's coming. And we all know that, you know, a lot of the times these Rumble figures are using parts that they're planning on other figures, right?
Yeah.
I said all along that Doc Nock to me looked an awful lot like a future Robin, and here we are. Here we are. So it's going to get expensive for Star Wars collectors. It looks like it's not. Most of us didn't need another option, but it looked like we might have one coming.
Yeah. Do you think it was kind of ironic we kept talking about the garage and?
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
Yeah.
The garage is, it's going to need a complete remodel.
Speaking of the garage, what'd you think of that late to the party reveal?
Oh, yeah, the bike.
All about that
one. We can. That's
nice.
Brand new. We can talk about that. Yeah.
That's nice. That bike was real nice.
What about you, MC? What'd you think?
I guess the question is, how many? For me, with regards to that, it's 2 to 3 minimum for that.
Yikes!
Skulls, you know, like think of your skulls cruising on that.
Did you miss that Punisher Marvel Legends bike?
I did, but I got the McFarlane Drifter bike that when they were marked down to $10 on Amazon each.
Yeah,
I snatched up 3 of those.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what was that? Slugfest? What? Slugfest is an absolute unit. You just missed it, Omar. We almost made the 8-minute mark.
You went.
We almost came in.
We allowed to talk about that motorcycle picture at all?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, we haven't, because that happened after the show. Yeah. They did the motorcycle, and then they did the. They gave us the names of the 2 characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, while you guys are talking about it, I can pull it up really quick. Oh, just to let you know, Slugfest is still up for pre-order, and I think CC, you called this, right? This is the longest pre-order.
Yeah.
As far as IP exclusive.
Yeah.
Yikes. So, yeah, this bike, you can tell the parts of it look like it's the Ghost Rider bike. You can tell that with some little modifications.
Do you think they'll leave off the lights and sounds so the price point isn't? I mean, obviously there's no flame effects, so we don't have to worry about lighting up the wheels and all that. But
that's a good idea. It would cut down on a lot of the cost. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, cut out that circuit board for the lights and sound. I don't need my figures to make noise.
Yeah, I don't.
I've seen Child's Play. I don't need that.
the Ghost Rider bike is cool. I like the sounds, but that's another thing too. That sound and lighting is specific to that vehicle. It's flickering. Mm-hmm. And then you remember when I sent you guys that audio clip? It was like a soul screaming one.
Mm-hmm. The
so, yeah. So I think if you just, like you said, if you just strip that stuff away, that might bring down the cost, because if they're going to include a figure, then your cutting costs to kind of raise it a little bit, because you're going to get this figure allegedly.
Yeah.
So,
you know, one thing I really like about, maybe I'll wait till you pull up the picture if we're going to dissect it.
Here, I got it right now.
But there's,
we won't spend too much time on it, but
you know, like one thing I really like. Oh, I'll wait till it's there. But I think they addressed the common complaint with
what, Batman?
That fellow.
Batman. Shots fired. That Rumbler's sick. Can't wait.
The license plate on there, it says what? Broke? Yeah.
Ah, dang, he looks so good.
Yeah, CC, not to beat this in the ground, but we kind of like looked at this stuff. You could tell this is, at least this is the crate, is the armament for it. But Vader didn't move that much either, right? This guy got his name right here,
Crab
Alistair
Louie.
Gangrene. Oh no, Alistair Gangrene. He's his brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then there's the bike. All right, have at it.
So the one thing that I noticed that I really like about this versus the Ghost Rider is the denim pants. Because
Oh,
Ghost
so
Rider has leather pant. I like the denim. I think you're going to get more articulation out of that leg, I feel, to make a better fit on that bike. That's just, obviously I'm going off of this image, but
you think they did that because of the complaints?
Probably, you know, like the how to get them on there, how to fix the bike, you know, like the legs, the leather pants, all that stuff. I like the leather jacket and the what are we calling that on the fender back there, the vest.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Prospect patch or who knows?
I don't know. I think it says Wild Hogs on it or something.
Wild Hogs.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think that's an optional vest? Is that you think that's what that is?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just to give him a different look, and I know I keep covering head, and that's probably the biggest thing right there because everybody kept talking about this being an alternate head for if you missed out on Lone Roach and something more swappable.
Yeah.
But if you, well, I don't know if it's not going to have a light up feature because look at the light. The light that's translucent. Maybe they just have one light there. I don't know.
That'd be nice if it's just one. I mean, that does kind of look like a button over the engine cover. You see that black circle?
Yep. Let's push it and see. There we go.
Which would be, yeah, because there's that other black. Man, I would dig out Ghost Rider right now, but I don't feel like it to see where his buttons are on top and on the side of the gas tank, right?
Yeah, it's on that little switch. That's different than this one.
Yeah.
So this looks like it's the switch. You click it, and then it'll give you light. I'm not opposed to it if it's like a different sound, like if it's a motorcycle sound, and then you click that and this lights up. But you got to consider that's going to go into the price then. So
yeah, I like that. I really like that black on black with just light silver accents too. Like it just looks tough.
Yeah. I do too. It looks good. CC, you got thoughts? Yay, Prime. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, I guess I never considered that being a vest back there in the back. I really thought they were teasing another character back there because it just looks so small to me.
That would be nice.
Yeah, maybe it's a vest for Tangerine.
Yeah, it's too big for Grub.
Mm-hmm.
Tangerine would probably fit in there just about right.
Yeah, probably would. Well,
complain about that.
Yeah, that was pretty much all the catch up for that, and I wanted to get with UCC and see what you kind of thought about stuff. Tonight's show, hopefully we can go really quick. We're only 13 minutes in. We're trying to keep it to an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see how things go. You never know, right? Sometimes you just got to go with the flow, you know? So tonight we got some quick news, kind of stripped away a lot of stuff. I didn't see a lot of stuff that was really interesting. So we'll just stick with some Mezco stuff tonight because there's quite a bit of that. Later on, we'll talk about the mask pre-order. That seems to be pretty divisive in the community, as usually pre-orders are, correct? And then we'll have a comic segment. Just so if you're in the show, don't worry, I'll throw a banner up later. What we want to try to do is pick out some of the favorite panels that everybody had from the comic. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I put a banner down there. And we're going to do guest rules tonight. So if you're new, what we use usually pick a couple of people and we invite them to talk about segments that we have on. So we're going to tell our thoughts about mask, and then we'll have probably 2 people come on and give their opinion. And then when we get to the comic, we'll talk about the comic, and then we'll have 2 more guests on, kind of see how it goes. And if you're new here, first off, welcome. But if you're a guest and you get chosen for the guest, just simple rules. Please be respectful of the room, of the people that are on, and then the people that are going to be watching. Okay. You're free to say what you'd like. Like if you didn't like a figure, totally fine. You're welcome to express yourself, but please don't get me flagged or anything else like that. If it does get too hot and you're just kind of going off, I'm gonna have to drop you. So hasn't happened yet. So the streak is going. Don't be that guy or that girl. Okay. So I think
that's why CC wasn't here last week.
He was like, block them all. And I hope they burn in hell. So before we start with the best news ever, do you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about before we get to the news? No? Anything that caught your eye in the collecting world, the real world, anything at all?
How about those Broncos?
I don't. Is that Russell? What's his name? Wilson?
It is. Sierra's husband, as we like to call him.
Oh, Cece's husband. Ooh.
What a whooping.
Yeah. I saw it. Was that the Hail Mary game?
It was the 70-20 game.
Oh, that's not the Deion Sanders one, huh?
Was Colorado football beat like 112-26 that weekend?
Yeah. Well, it's not like the Dolphins. The Dolphins put up a bunch of stuff too. So, all right. Well, anybody else got anything? No? All right, good. We'll just move. So, first one's Mezco. Really quick, if you haven't already known and you're just catching up, they did send out charge notifications for 5 Points, Chucky and Robin. We talked about that, but it has moved to the shipping. Just to give you a heads up, just because it goes here, it doesn't mean it's actually shipping. I haven't seen anybody get official shipping notification, but of course, this is just one step closer. So, did you guys get Robin or no?
I did.
You did? Okay. You didn't get notification, did you?
No, I'm still waiting for notification for Slugfest and Solomon Kane. Yeah.
I got your Solomon Kane. Don't worry about it.
You're a good man. Good man.
You did get one for Solomon?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, I was like, you bastard.
Apparently Paige didn't either. So.
Yeah, I didn't get one for that. I didn't get one for Slugfest yet. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. But I did get mine for the Living Dead Dog Ghostface.
Oh, nice.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know you were into that, but
I'm not. What did I have for this segment? Oh, okay.
Well. Breaking news.
That's right. Wait, did you hear that? Oh, sorry. Did you hear that?
What?
You didn't hear that?
The deet.
No. It was if like 1,000 voices cried out in horror.
No.
And they were suddenly just silent.
Paige is announcing Star Wars for Mezco. Everybody, tell your friends to get online now.
Man.
Exclusive photos.
Guess what's coming to the 112 line?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Bring Mez in now. Here he comes.
So, for tonight, for the people that are watching, I got a special treat for you, right? It's almost time. Pretty much October's coming up, and that is Q4 technically. So that is usually time I release this Q4 estimated release date. What's the key word? Estimated. Yes. Estimated release date. Don't take this as gold.
Likely.
Please don't take it as gold.
It's likely.
Yeah, it's likely.
I'm quoting you, Paige.
Oh, no. Yeah, don't do that. But this is the first time that this is being shown. Okay, so keep that in mind because you're probably going to see a lot of little bootleg versions and KO versions go through Reddit and all these other little things to get washed and dried and get rebranded as new information. It's not. Tonight. treat for you guys.
He's putting it on Twitter as we speak.
He is. He's getting a screenshot ready. Well, let's make it just a little bit difficult. Here,
Bam.
ready? There.
First
Get
in
it?
there. My pause game is on.
Get it. Did you get it? Yeah, that's
Straight to
that's
Insta.
the.
He's
That's
good
the
at that
game of it.
TikTok where those where those people like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My pause game is on point.
Boom. Did you get it? There. All right. So here you go. This
Sheesh,
is
look at
the
this.
Q4. Well, I had to make it a little bit difficult. So,
Whew.
yeah. So this is the Q4 list. Everybody, drink it in. It's scary. Yikes. So again, remember, this is an estimated release date. That means some of these things, is that too big or no? Yeah, that's too big. How about that? Is
That's
that
what
right?
she said.
So estimated release dates for these. Okay, this is all the stuff that's supposed to come out from October to the end of December. Now, some of this stuff overlaps at the end, as you can see, December and February. And then also, as we all know, some of this stuff might get pushed back. Okay?
Man, there's some bangers on that list, too.
I know,
Good
man. Look at that.
Lord.
Yeah. Drink
This
it in, man.
is scary.
Yeah. So, if you didn't want to count, there's 18. 18 projected releases. Like I said, not all of these are probably going to come. Probably some of these will get pushed back, especially Dr. Doom. I highly expect that one to. Just kidding.
He's coming. He's inevitable.
Can technically you take number 5 off the list? Because we know that's coming.
Oh, you're jumping ahead.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
Jumping ahead. Boom. Gotcha.
Haha, CZ. Your post is invalid now.
Monologue for this, bro.
Sorry. I'm ruining it.
No. Yeah, we already got notification for one of these, and that is Owlman. So that's a quick check off the list, but there's 18 of these things, man. And just a little bit of quick history for you. So I do this every year, and the reason why I do it, it's not to like waste time and put out a bunch of information. It's actually to help you guys financially prep for this, because as you can see, it's 18 of these things. I know not everybody's going to order it, but at least you can kind of look and say, damn, someone's not getting a gift this year. So, and usually takes a little time to put this together, compile all the information, put it all on there, but usually pretty good about this. Last year, there was 22, and 11 of them came. So even if you take that into consideration, that's probably an extra 10 figures. And the key word, like I said, with all of this is these are projections. So last year we had 10 releases in the last part of the year. Okay, 11 if you counted Atticus Doom Nocturnal in the Neko version. So you got all of these, correct? And then I'm also showing you this because these are 18 of these. We already got one. One thing that you also need to take into consideration is that it's 3 months, and they can probably sneak figures in that 3 months. So you're going to add to that. So just make sure that you kind of remember that. And if you're wondering, I know not everybody's going to buy all of these figures. There's probably just one completist that does that. This guy, dumbass. But you guys want to take a guess at the total? You know I like numbers. MC, you played last time. It's CC's turn.
Yeah, I'm glad he's got to try this.
One of each. It's about $1,800 there.
Oh no, sir.
2,100.
$3,108.
Holy cow!
Yes, for all of these figures, 18 of these figures, $3,108. You guys, if you check the math, you can message me if I got it wrong, but I did it 2 or 3 times. I know a lot of people saying I'm not getting all of them. Like I keep saying, totally understand that, but eventually all of these will be coming. Like I said, the variable that you need to consider is, I'm telling you, we've seen other figures kind of get teased. Like added, what was it? Slugfest just got kind of dropped on us, right? We've seen that that Diamond Select sod cutter that looked like it was pretty much done. So that could possibly be thrown in here in the next 3 months.
Bartholomew.
That's another one too. So, like I said, this is just information. You're able to take this and kind of look at it and say, okay, this is how I need to prep for the next couple months. Or you can just fly by the seat of your pants and complain about it later. But
sorry,
just like I used to tell these my troops, and I used to tell these kids, because we used to have to do this briefing every morning, and you would say, follow me line for line, we'll get through this really quick. If you start deviating, that's going to make this briefing longer, and you don't want me to talk for longer. And so I would tell him, kid would raise his hand, sir, can I ask a question? Or a troop would say, hey, Sergeant Paige, can I do this? I'd be like, I can only give you the tools you'll need to succeed. Whatever you decide to do with them is up to you. And that's what this is. Make your decision, make it wisely. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking money. Ugh. I know there's some people in here probably like, I got 11 of these, 12 of these. So, thoughts on this?
People got multiples.
I have 15 of 18.
You're crazy. Yeah. So, quick thoughts on this? Come on, I worked so hard on it.
Man, that's an impressive fourth quarter. And like I said, even if we just get half of those, you're still looking at $1,500 or more for half. And some of those multi-sets are pretty much bound to come out from the looks of them. Because a lot of the stuff you could kind of see at SDCC, they look finished.
Yeah. Are you counting, MC?
I'm looking at the multi-sets that I have ordered, and it's...
MC's got 4 of the turtle sets.
That's
$1,600.
4 of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. The rest $3,200.
Burn. Quick little interjection fact right here. Something for the show. Watch everything on the show get spread out in some form or fashion. So, did you know they've put out more licensed figures than they have IP this year?
No, they don't.
Yes, they have.
That's always
I keep track of this stuff. Yes, they have.
But Mezco's broke. They're going bankrupt. What do you mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The counter for that will be somebody will say, well, they're making up for last year. This is the output that they should be doing, but they have been putting out more licensed characters. Some of it is catch up, but Robin, that was this year. I know that's just one figure. But
and so was Tears, wasn't the Owlman? Wasn't that like January they put it up for pre-order?
Yeah, I'd have to look, but yeah, that one. I was really surprised that one came out really quick, but they're familiar with that. They're familiar with that that character and then how it was made because they did the Living Dead doll version.
Wasn't even the Turtles and Firefly pre-orders from this year? There's some figures on this list that people were saying at the beginning of the year, oh, there's no way we'll get that this year.
2035.
Yeah.
The internet never forgets.
Turtles was this year, right?
I think I have
Turtles were this year.
February, March, somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure it was this year.
I can't remember. There's like so many of them, and then that's why I write them all down. Is because the dates change so much. There's a couple of that have been over. I know Morbius. That's a big one that's been over for a while. Fantastic Four has gotten pushed back. Spider-Man's got pushed back. Roblox been pushed back quite a few times. And then these are pretty much safe right now. This one, Batman, he got pushed back. I think Doom got pushed back once. But the mainstayers are probably Justice League. Morbius is the biggest one. Fantastic Four, Roadblock. He saw, I think, one. Snake Eyes once. I can't remember Doctor Doom. I don't think the Power Rangers have been pushed back. I'd have to double check. But it's still coming because though people have emailed Mezco and they've asked them, hey, is this still on track? And they've confirmed emails saying, yeah, this will be out in October. This will be out in this, but it's all been within this calendar year. I didn't see this Owlman coming as quick as it did. I was like, wow, I thought it was going to get pushed back, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So there's your warning. Winter is coming. It is coming, so be prepared. And just like we say on the show, that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Yeah.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah. So we've ran through that one.
Should we do Adam a favor and let him record us congratulating him on the giveaway so he can show something to his wife?
Yeah. Congratulations. You won 18 years.
Yeah.
You should. Content is not available. Adapt and improvise. So yeah. Are you guys going to be on the hook for this a lot or no? Or is it just me?
Well, I don't think any of us are as on the hook as hard as you are. We got I got Dr. Doom on there. The G.I. Joe stuff, I pre-ordered all that. The Turtles. But those other big box sets, I didn't pre-order any of those.
Did you get Spider-Man?
Rangers, the Justice League, Fantastic Four. I don't even think I did Green Goblin and Spider-Man, to be honest.
Oh, really?
No. I've really tried to be kind of resilient. I've been proud of myself. I showed you guys what I did to my big bad pre-order list.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were a role model because that's why I went and canceled some of the stuff I did. I was like, yeah,
I want to bet you this time last year, I bet you that list was probably 70 figures deep, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Jeez, Adam said 18 for 18. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Well, hey, man, I'm going to have a lot of fun, man. That stuff, I'm telling you, when I was messing with it, there's a lot of really good stuff. And it sucks to kind of be in that position where you may miss out on stuff. I totally get it. But there's some people, you're going to have to make some decisions. I'm just going through some of the chat. Look at that. What? Thank you. The 4 multi-packs total $1,400. Jesus.
There's a 2-pack on there too.
Yeah. So shout out to Craig. I remember a year ago, he and I used to have this back and forth thing, and he'd be like, release all of it. We have pre-orders, and he's like, let's keep going. I'm like, man, this guy's hardcore. I'm like, dude, calm down. He's like, nah, bring it all on. I was like, jeez. So, I can tell you, but it would take away from the show. MC, do you know where you can go to find that information?
I believe it's called the Page of Toys. The Page of Toys. The Toy Page.
Oh.
The Page of Toys.
It's like the Sears Wish Book for kids, the JCPenney Wish Book or Sears Wish Book, whatever it was.
Oh, I missed that, man.
That's like going to your page.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a few figures on that list that have been pushed back, but there's some stuff on there that's pretty recent.
Yeah, which one was Loco looking for? Really quick.
You can kind of tell though. Like I said, this time last year, even Hasbro when they were doing these pre-orders, everyone was complaining at that time about how everything that they had coming out was all a year down the road. You know what I mean? Like pretty much everything in 2022 that you pre-ordered all had release dates for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the pre-orders that Hasbro's doing now, this stuff's coming 3 or 4 months later. Like you order it and they say 6 months and then it's showing up 3 months later.
Yeah.
China's wide open. It's wide open. It's coming.
Yeah. And people, we joked about this for a year. Remember? Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. And you see all these posts now. So I think Loco asked, how many times has Fantastic Four been delayed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. 5 times it's been pushed back.
How many of those times was during COVID?
Let's see here. When was COVID? 2001?
March of
2020.
2020. March of 2020.
No, this went up for pre-order on the in 21. January, February, March, April, May.
So all 5 would be during COVID.
July.
Might be a running
16th.
theme there.
Yeah, but it got pushed back 5 times. And then this one, when they showed it at SDCC, I don't think that it was finished yet. So I'm gonna call Power Rangers. Just catching up with some of it. TMT are gonna be pushed back. I don't know about that because they said that in the email that those were expected to drop this year.
Let me screenshot it. I'm gonna call him out on that. And when I have my turtles for Christmas, Loco Lou. Oh, you moved it. Loco Lou's getting a message from me on Christmas.
Yeah, he's like, I
get my turtles.
I think that you'll like that one, Level PA. I think you'll like it. Let's see, I put him. I think I have about 9 paid off. Smart man, very smart man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start picking that up. So I won't hammer on this again. Winter is coming. Be prepared. That's a lot of stuff. So make sure you're ready.
I really think that turtle set's coming. Those turtles look too good at SDCC not to come.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, dude. I can't wait to see people's reaction to that. That's one of the ones I want to kind of see people compare to other. I don't like comparisons because there's price point, there's different materials that are used. I mean, can you really compare a soft goods figure to a $20 figure? I never understood that. It's just totally different, you know? That's why the price point is elevated. But people like to do it, but I'm really interested in seeing, you know, people who really love turtles, like what they really think about that compared to other lines. That's probably the only one. You know, so also I got this today. This is I ordered 2, well, more than that. But this was
my name on
part, it does on the side.
Could have sworn.
I
Kevin messed up again.
He did. It's
Kevin.
not a mess up. It's not a mess up.
Happy mistake.
How did it end up in Florida instead of Michigan?
Reroute.
Reroute, yeah.
I just rerouted it.
Package intercept.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it out, QC it, make sure that everything is good, and then I'll send it to your way. But if you ordered 2 of these and you haven't gotten your second order because they shipped them separately, there was an email that went out. I think we covered it on the last show that they were going to start shipping at the end of next week. Well, I got this today. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I didn't have any updates through my FedEx application. I didn't get an email for this. I'm not getting on anybody or trying to bitch, gripe, or complain about it. This is just more of a heads up to everybody.
Did you have to sign for it, Paige?
Yes, I did. And this was my alternate driver. I don't like my alternate driver. But he knocked on my door this time at least. And he came out and he's like, hey, I'm sorry. And I was like, no problem, man. It's like, I'm just happy to get my stuff. And he said, yeah, I need you to sign here. I need your birthday. And then can you show me your driver's license? And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to come with a free rectal exam too? What else you want?
Mm-hmm. Well, you got that dude in trouble, so.
I didn't get him in trouble.
He kicked your box all the way up the driveway.
Yeah,
he did.
Sure it.
We're going downtown. No, but I'm telling everyone this because we all know how it is. FedEx, sometimes they just come and ding dong and dash. So I don't know if you need to make arrangements or just have somebody kind of keep an eye out. But these are starting to come out, so kind of cover yourself. It's kind of hard because if it's not at the FedEx, then you can't reroute it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know when it's coming. So just heads up, keep an eye on it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And don't worry, CC, I'll have this to you as soon as I can.
Appreciate it. Make sure it's good.
What is this to say? I'm sorry. Hot Toys Mecca. No. You guys are side chatting. Also, got an email about this. I know CC picked this up. The Lord of Tears, the Owlman. He's going to be charging on October 2nd. That's a Monday. Another one. Suddenly what is it? What are we calling it? The race for 30 or something like that?
Yeah.
It's starting to come into fruition. Thank you. Go figure. Go with the
30.
COVID fact. Yes, it is. Yeah, what is it? Yeah. I had a hashtag or something like the race for 30 or some kind of lame hashtag generator thing I came up with. But yeah, the way it's going right now, I have a very strong feeling that we are gonna be hitting over 30, like was predicted. But that's not a prediction. What was it again? Damn, I can't remember. But anyway, Owlman, again, some of you guys may not have known about this character or ordered it, but just to let you know, it's going to be charging. Maybe you'll get the Halloween thing on there. And now for our main topic. Such a classic. I know a lot of people were kind of confusing this with the movie version. Hold Me to It. Black Suit Saturday accessories coming out to his live stream on my friend's brother and cousin's toy review channel. Next day, bam. Oh, you're messing with a heavyweight. I need a void. I think everybody does. Sorry, just catching up with it. And then we'll get started on the mask. Do you have people lined up, MC, to come on? You got anybody?
No, nobody's got slid into those DMs yet. Just CC, but that's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Did it?
Wait till you see those new pics.
Oh, gross. Did it show FedEx app after it was delivered? No, it did not. I checked. I only had a Hasbro and a Big Bad Toy Store one coming. So Adam Trans Hope Owlman coming in October. Yeah, that'll be nice to kind of round that out and have something else on. I saw a couple people. All right, so we'll bookmark it right here. If you want to come on the show, sign the little virtual document and look out for the link that MC will send you. Hopefully he won't send you the wrong one.
You got a virtual document? We got like a consent letter? What do you got in there?
Yeah.
Non-disclosure agreement?
Rumble.
NDA?
Yep.
Agree to
photos, right?
And all monetary compensation, waiving all of it that we may gain from Relaxis.
This is correct, right? No?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's the account that you'll DM pics to.
And don't be sending. I guarantee you won't be on the show.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
We should probably come up with a dummy account, like just a drop account. So yeah.
Yeah, I need a burner, burnergram.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this went up today. This is the Mask Deluxe Edition. Oh, that's gonna touch a nerve. We'll talk about that in a second. Really quick.
Maybe it'll come in a tin. Does it say anything about a tin in the description?
That is a good question, sir.
Collector friendly
box.
Is it box? I just
box.
It's collector friendly.
It says box. You're gonna get a box.
A box.
Yeah, it's gonna be a box. So really quick purchase points on this one. Nothing really major. This went up today, September 27th. Hello, future person watching. 2023. It went for $112. Estimated release date is going to be June, August of next year. Thoughts and opinions, go.
MC?
Wow. I guess I'll start out. No, I don't really have much affiliation with the character. I don't read the comics. I put the movie on for Sawyer today because he was interested. I did not pre-order at this moment. I don't know if I will. We'll see. I wish that we got the pie. I know it sounds dumb, but I feel like CC saying I want some accessories, but I like the pie from the original promo pic. I thought that was pretty cool. But that pie is not a deal breaker for me. It's just I'm on the fence with this one.
Do you think they just forgot to add the pie to the accessory list?
That'd be great. Nice little surprise for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, the pie is always a surprise, right? That's the whole point. It's a surprise.
Yeah, I just wondered if they maybe forgot it. I don't know. Because it was advertised. So, yeah. CC, what do you think? And then we'll get somebody on.
That head sculpt right there that you just had up, the one with the bullet to the head, might be what sold me on this figure. The thing I like about it is like it's kind of one of those things where it's going to have a lot of opportunity just as far as, you know, photo potential and things like that. It seems like a very versatile figure. Be able to put him with a lot of other stuff and make some stuff happen. It looks cool. It looks cool. I'm not blown away with the accessories or anything like that. It's not like it's an overwhelming amount, but he looks just, you know, from the promo pic, really well done. It'd be interesting to see the suit too. Soft goods have been next level of all this newer stuff we've been getting. So a new updated suit ought to be interesting to see. I really wish somebody would give us some, you know, they got the one picture where he's kind of like cornered by the cops. Why can't we get some Keystone Cops or some, you know, some other characters like that to fill in some holes? I'd love to get a pair of cops. Yeah.
I think it would be too. Yeah. Did you pick this up, CC, or no?
I haven't made a decision yet, but I think I'm going to pick one up.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Nice thing about these is you got a little time to decide, right? You don't have to jump out right away.
Yeah, like I was saying, Slugfest is still up. I mean, if you were ever really thinking about a figure and it wanted time, or let's say you didn't get paid until this week.
Yeah.
I think it works out.
There might be a chance.
Yeah, it really does. You know what? I passed on this.
Yeah, right.
I didn't.
Not a chance.
I can't lie.
Not a chance.
No, I didn't.
So what'd you like, Paige?
You know what? I like the animated style of this. When I first saw this, I kept thinking to myself, this is great because maybe if you wanted to do an animated Superman Clark Kent,
yes.
You know I'm gonna mess this up because it's been so long, but they had the Batman the Animated Series figures.
Yeah, the New Adventures of Superman?
Yes. So when I saw this, I kept thinking to myself, well, can that head be put on there and maybe it fit, you know? And if not, maybe a customizer, they can make some money off of this. And so, sorry, that was admin stuff. And so, I know it never stops, bro. So I was thinking about that. I thought to myself also, I know when people look at these figures, they're like, this is expensive, but this is me just trying to find reasons to justify the purchase. But that's what I do. Like, I think about that stuff and I go, this is another character you could put in the Dick Tracy world. You know, I'm going to be big on that. The colors contrast really well with what they're already putting out. I was thinking the accessories here. I'll go and do those. I was looking at these and I go, this will be look like this gun. I'll probably use that gun for maybe one of the Rumble Society characters.
Talk
maybe
P40.
Yeah. Black Skull's Death Brigade. I've been wanting to do like a big brute, and these bigger weapons would work really well with that. You could give this to Harley, Joker. This is some clown stuff kind of in here. I can tell you one thing too. Also, when I saw this, I said, "This is going to be it's going to be like the Mezco Woody. People are going to be using this face if they get to do like, you know, those shots like that, pervy shots, and it fits the character." And I don't think this is the last we'll see him. I think they'll probably look at the numbers and see if it's successful. And if it is, they'll probably redo this and maybe give us an MDX version. And we all know MDX versions have more, more accessories and stuff like that. And that kind of leads into something I wanted to talk to you about. I think a lot of people, the biggest thing that caught a lot of people was this advertising mark of a deluxe version. I saw a lot of people talking about this, and I was wondering what you guys thought about it.
I have no problem with it being called a deluxe edition. I said the price seems in line with anything else. Now, if it was, the 145 like Doom or something like that, if they called it a deluxe edition with that, and then I'd probably take a little, we talked about that a little earlier. If they were doing like the Hasbro deluxe stuff, where you add another, 20% onto the price tag. But the fact that they did kind of like label it almost makes you wonder if they aren't planning a PX edition or something like that.
That's another possibility too. PX, they have Sod Cutter that they showed. Diamond showed it, so there's a possibility that maybe slowly getting into this. And that was the good thing about Diamond, was they had, not all of them had great accessories, but you know what I mean, like packed with accessories. But that's all we got. Loco, I see you in there. I see you in there. We'll get you on here in just a second, Loco. I'm sorry, MC. What'd you say?
When was the last time that we had a PX figure? Was that Harley Quinn playing for keeps?
Yeah, Harley.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the branding of deluxe? Like, do you figure that plays into the amount of accessories or size of figure? You know what I mean? Like, what it should all come with, everything else like that?
To me, Mezco is a deluxe figure, so it doesn't. I don't know. They can just slap whatever they want on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like. I think it's a fair offering for the price, just like everything. They're not. And if they are, to maintain that 112 price line, you may get one less head sculpt from now on, or one less gun, one less. You know what I mean? Like, they're holding the line. Whenever we were talking in the pre-show, like Star Wars Black Series are $28 a figure now. Like, those have single jointed elbows and single jointed knees, in case you guys are wondering that don't collect that line.
Yeah, and I know Joey said this about deluxe. He and I had a conversation about it, but it wasn't really about that. It was most of the stuff that I saw in the group. A lot of people were talking about it should have more figures, and I mean, not more figures, but it should have more heads, more accessories. And I don't like to say it, but I always think of it like, yeah, it's an obscure character. Are they really gonna like really invest in this and put a bunch of stuff in it if people aren't really interested in it? Because it's a double-edged sword. It's like, well, let's put this out and see if it works. And if it works, then we'll go a little bit bigger on it. But, a lot of people have to take in consideration. I know they think that these companies, and this is across the board, this just isn't Mezco, but a lot of people think that people get on their iPads and they draw these designs up and they send it over and they 3D print it and it's out in 2 months. Most of these figures, you can ask any developer, they take 2 or 3 years to put together. And so you're talking 2 or 3 years, in hindsight, and you're going, is this going to work? We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
A roach in a suit? Yeah, it'll work. Trust me. It's like, you don't know. So you got to kind of like take those things into consideration. So I think they just, like most companies been doing, they've been playing it safe, and they say, yeah, let's put it out, see if it works. And if it does, we'll expand on it. And if not, we won't. So. But let's get a guest in here and see what he thinks. First time ever on the show. Better be good. Just kidding.
You say long time listener, first time caller?
Yes. How come he's not added? Maybe because I have to take this down. Technical difficulty, because you're on here. Why isn't he on?
Is he not? Maybe he's not going on camera.
Here.
Oh, there he is, Bo.
I'm here.
Wait, let's see.
The comment is blocking my beautiful face.
Oh, he is down there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. He's like, take the comment down. Loco, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
What's poppin', people? How you doing?
How you doing, man? How you
for having
doing?
me. I'm good.
No,
I'm
thank
good.
you for
I'm
coming
good.
on.
Yeah.
Man,
So, really
pleasure.
quick.
It's a pleasure. Yes.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Really quick. What do you think, good or bad, about the offering for today? What are your thoughts?
It's a standard offering. It's a standard offering from Mezco. And it's fair to say it's fairly priced. If you look at the accessories he comes with, that's a standard across the board. Like I could pull out any of my Mezcos right now and show you that they have the same thing. A
Mhm.
couple of heads, interchangeable hands, and a couple of weapons that is signature to the character. You know, Blade, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, any one of
Mhm.
them. But you get 3 heads, interchangeable. You got a nice suit, double jointed elbows, finally on a suited character. So, you know, it's not the first time, but then again, we don't get that often either. Also, you have these wacky design of weaponry that you normally do not see in any of the other lines. So, you know, even with Gomez using a bunch of reuse or retooled weapons, you won't see that with anything else because his pistols having all those extra pistols on top of pistols on top of pistols with
Yeah.
portholes. If you guys notice, there's portholes everywhere. So you could put all the effects on it. So if you have a bunch of them, you know, those effect parts, you can add more to it. And sometimes they do this. They would show you what's available, and then they'll sneak in a little something, something on the side. Sometimes they'll throw an extra effect piece. Maybe they'll throw in an extra hand that you didn't see before, or because it's on the image, you don't see it, like Constantine with the cigarette lighter
Mhm.
and the cigarettes. You don't see that
Yeah.
promoting smoking, stuff like that. So, you know, sometimes you got to give a little leeway. Plus, there's always that fine print of things are subjected to change. This is still like prototype stage. So, you know, look at this. You get those big old school bombs. You get these pistols. Look at how many different revolvers in one hand, and then
Yeah, I was
these
looking at that.
attach amongst themselves. So
Yeah, it looks like what you called it. Looks like that there's
yeah, just
portholes
look at
and you
that.
can add them, and they're kind of like the takedown rifle for Gomez. Like you could put all of these together and make a gun. It looks like because you see the ports like here and here.
Yeah.
So it looks like these all combine. I have to try to find a picture. So Loco, did you pick this up or are you still on the fence about it or can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah. I'm back. I lost connection for a second.
Oh, no worries. Are you on the fence about this one?
I
Did
didn't
you
hear the
pick this
question.
one up? Are you on the fence
Oh,
about
this was
this
a
one or
day
did
one.
you?
Oh,
Oh,
I dopoed on this one.
no.
I day one pre-order on this one. I
Nice.
listen. When it comes to something that I want, I put my my ticket in the hat, so to speak. So I did the same thing with the Rangers, the
Mhm.
Turtles, Fantastic Four. But sometimes it depends on if I could get it in time from Mezco. I'll just jump on Big Bad Toy Store and I'll snag it from them and just wait a little longer. Give me another reprieve, about a month, a couple of weeks, depending on how fast they get it from the warehouse and ship it to a Big Bad Toy Store, just to kind of play with it. That's another way to kind of budget yourself if everybody's like tight with money and are trying to figure out how to get their solicitations in order. Just
Mhm.
there's different places selling the same product. Just make sure that they're reputable, and you know how their time slots are when it comes to receiving an item. But hands down, this is a no brainer for me. It's a suited character. You can do head swaps with Constantine or anybody else that has the head detached from the neck.
Mhm.
Hey, you can even put Cousin Eddie in that suit. Blue on blue.
Yeah, see, that's why I would think a lot of times people miss. I think people will see the initial character offering and they just kind of go, "Do I like this character or not?" and not kind of expand on it a little bit more. You mentioned the different ways that you collect and how you kind of get around certain things so you can get the stuff that you want. When you
Yeah.
see this release list, are you nervous about that kind of stuff, or have you already prepared for it?
I'm never nervous. I'm never nervous.
Oh, it's confident man. There you go.
I fly at the seat of my pants. Life throws you curveballs, and if you're not ready to take a swing, then you shouldn't be up to bat.
Ooh. Sometimes it can bite you in the ass, man. Sometimes I have to plan it out a little bit, but if it works, man, that's good, man.
Because my thing is this is like, all right, me being the type of guy I am, like I've done security and bouncing work and stuff like that. It's part of my personality. It's part of life. So me, I'm not, so much of a tough guy as I am a protector. So ain't nothing gonna bother me. Life doesn't bother me. I live through life. You know what I'm saying? So making money is what I do. Making money is a complete easy thing to do. If you know how money works, you know how to make money. Mm-hmm. This right here is a hobby that could put you into a hole if you have multiple lines like I do, like some of you guys do, especially hot toys. Like I got a DeLorean, I got a Bark Speeder, I got these $400, $500, $600 pieces, from Hot Toys. And right now we're on Mezco, and Mezco is the miniature Hot Toys. These guys are no holds barred trying to take your money, but it's up to you. If you enjoy it, why not, put your money where your mouth is, and that's just for you as the person. It's like, okay, I could do this. Can I pay it off in one shot? Can I do the NRD? Am I going to, set it, forget it? That's why it's always good to have a separate account. Like, okay, how much money can I put aside for this? Okay, I have a fund for this. This is the money I earned this week. This is going to that dedicated. Separate, just like you separate your bills for your everyday life, just that's the way you should treat this, especially when you get overwhelmed. And it's easy to get overwhelmed because these things don't go on clearance. This is like Hot Toys. You have to see if you can grab them real quick before they go on wait lists. And if they go on wait lists, like some of us, I'm waiting for Void, Mech, and I'm waiting for Solomon Kane. I'm trying to wait for those the wait list to switch so that way I can actually obtain mine. But obviously, some people have it and they'll get it. They have enough time to get it because if Mezco's taking their time to actually get these items, it may not, cross over. So I'll have to bite the bullet and pay a little extra in order to get what I want in my collection. But this is why channels like yours and others exist, so that way people can talk, converse, and learn how to collect and collect responsibly, because some people, they'll bite more than they can chew, and I do that too. Sometimes
we all
sometimes I have to cut off something and be like, I'm gonna get back to you next time, don't worry, you're made. I don't have to worry about you. You're made. I'll just have to worry if I can develop the money to go and collect you and add you to the collection, and that's it.
So last question for you really quick. So I would put you in a higher collecting rate. You know how like some people collect casually, and then there's people that are very hardcore, and they're usually pretty focused and organized. So with that, even though you have these systems in place to purchase everything, do you honestly feel like you're overwhelmed at all, just because of the sheer amount? Yeah.
Sometimes, because I collect mostly Hot Toys, Mezcos, NECA. And NECA, their floodgates is always open. Always. Like every month they come out with like 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. And they're $40, $50 a pop, sometimes 60, depending on what you're getting. If you're getting one of those deluxe turtle stuff, good luck, because scalpers will get you.
Yeah.
I still can't find an April. So
the movie version? The movie version?
No.
Or the cartoon?
I'm here in New York, and I can't find not one on a shelf.
Ooh.
Are you so I assume turtles, do you collect other NECA figures?
I collect Predator, AVP stuff, anything in relation to Aliens, Predator, or sometimes horror, depending on what they come with. Because I like to build my scenery for some of my photography, and sometimes it's just hard to get pieces, and NECA just brings out a lot of stuff. They bring out a lot of stuff, so you want to mix and match a lot of those things. So when it comes to NECA, sometimes I have to take a step back and just let it sit on the peg for a while. So it's like I got to be very cautious with them, because usually, Amazon will have a sale. You never know, and just take half of the price down. Like, ooh, click, order, sent straight to my house. I don't even have to go to the store. Just I don't have to spend no gas money, nothing. Just
I like it.
you know what I mean? But Mezco's, it's sometimes it's slow, and sometimes it's really fast. And if Mezco's is the only thing that you're collecting, I would say that you're safe because they're not going to hit you with 5 figures in 1 week, maybe in a month.
Yeah.
Maybe in a month, but not a week. In a week, you probably get 2, and that's what, $300. And depending if you're, working a regular 9 to 5, doing minimum wage, that's a a nice chunk, of your pays. But if you're already committed, put to the side, keep putting to the side, like a little allowance for yourself. Like, okay, that's for you, that's for you, that's for you, and do it wisely. Because think about it, us adult collectors, we're doing this, but we're also going to be teaching this to our kids and making sure that they know how to save money for whatever they want, whether it's vacations, trips, so on and so forth. But here we're talking about figures, and figures are pricey. Think about it. I could sell my DeLorean right now, get me a plane ticket, and go down to Miami.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's all a juggle, But as far as like these figures, man, I love them. Can't get enough of them. Like I got Moon Knight, Blade right in front of me. I have Hawk P40 right in front of me. Popeye, Bluto, for the comparison.
Oh, you lucky dog! You lucky dog.
Yeah, brother. Let me just.
You must know Kevin too, because we ain't got ours yet.
Kevin is.
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody. I just hit
so people know. Kevin is the made up name of the guy that works in shipping.
Oh, okay.
So he's not a real person. It's just we kind of joke and say, "Oh, Kevin will send somebody else something." Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, if Kevin's part of the whole Rumble Society, man, I want a Kevin figure, please.
Yeah.
I want to see him with the hat, UPS shirt, whatever. You know what I mean? I want to see him as a mechanical dude with a screen. Every time you look at the screen, it's your purchase. It's your purchase on his screen.
I'll probably do a 2-pack with him and Super Steve. So if anybody remembers that, yeah, it's a deep cut on that one. Locos, thank you very much for coming on. Thank you for sharing. And I want to get I'm still getting used to all this stuff. So if you have your Instagram, can you do me a favor? Can you drop it in the comments? And that way I'll have it and I can cut and paste it and put it in the description. That way guys or anybody knows where they can find you. Because that's your Instagram, right?
Sure. Yeah, my Instagram is LocoLou526. That's how you got me on IG. LocoLou526.
526. Got it. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate you coming on.
And thanks for the. Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. You take care of it.
You too. Oh, and hold me to it. Hold me to it. I called it. So hold me to it.
Got it, man.
Hold me to it.
I got it on the phone and everything, man. It's there.
Perfect. No, because if I'm right,
those turtles are gonna be under the Christmas tree this year.
A little bit of gloated, a little bit of gloated, maybe a little bit.
You don't want to disappoint my little boy, do you?
So this will be around 2. We're gonna come back to this, I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe we'll see. But guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All right.
Thank you, bro.
This panel's awesome, and I'll be back in the chats. I'll see you later.
Thank you, man. You take care, bro. Hey, man, good seeing you, bro. Good having you on it too. Thanks,
likewise.
Man. All right, so okay, good. All right, man, it was good. That was cool. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look and see. Okay, so Adam's next, right? All right, cool. Why don't we move to the next segment because we're at an hour. What is it? Isn't Kevin married to Karen? This guy. So we didn't have a lot of people want to come on. They're shy. But as we go along, it'll be good. But this is a good guest. We've had this guest on before as well. We'll move on to the next topic. I will set this up because the next topic we're going to talk about is going to be the comic. So if you haven't received, I'm sorry, did I say something? What happened? Is it the Force again? if you have not received, here, we'll do this right now. If you haven't received your Vortex suit and you don't want to see photos of the comic at all, we're not going to be going page by page, but we're going to be picking out some of the stuff that we thought was really interesting in the comic. But if you don't want to see that, I'll put times codes in there so you can skip to the end and just see the end credits. But that's what we're going to be talking about right now. So just be aware. And we are going to have Awesome Adam on again. Always a pleasure. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man?
What's up,
Good to see you again.
Oh, guys have a good day.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was all right.
How was yours today? Was it good?
It was good. It was good. I can't complain.
It's
Even after you saw the list?
What's that?
Even after you saw the list of all the prizes you won, it probably made it even more magical. You know, so your wife will be happy that you have.
Absolutely. I just do it in strides, so she doesn't know when all of them come out. I just kind of bring them in.
Yeah.
I've always had this.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. I got the second mech in today, and she's working a late shift tonight. So I opened that thing. I stuck the other box in the other closet, and I put the other one in my room for the time being, so she doesn't know I have two. So I know she's gonna look and she's like, "I got two big boxes." And I was like, "I don't know."
What Mama don't know.
But look, actually, a buddy of mine is like really stoked on it, and so he really likes the mech. So I told him, I was like, if you want the mech, dude, you can. I was like, I'll sell you the mech, and I'll keep the Gomez. So it's no big deal for me. So, and I can come to your house and borrow him if I want to do a picture or something with two mechs. But we'll see. So he's on the fence. So he's over here sending me messages. He's like, I might be making a big purchase here in a little bit, and I'm like, it's okay, whenever you're ready.
It's the perfect alibi too, right? Because you can always say, "Oh yeah, I just picked it up from him and I'm just taking some pictures. That's all," and it's going back to him.
Oh, dude, we have the worst group just for that. I mean, we're buying doubles all the time. It's like, oh, I picked this up for so and so. Yeah.
Good story.
So
Good alibi.
Yeah.
we all got a chance to kind of take a look at the comic, correct? Everybody's good with the comic? Everybody got some stuff? All right. So I want to start off with CC. Was there something out of this comic book that stuck out to you the most? Because I think this is a great read.
Yeah, there wasn't really like a particular page or frame that I could really narrow it down to. We talked a little bit about it earlier. Just the Star Wars Easter eggs, if you will, that they kind of dropped throughout this entire comic to me. I'm hoping it's more humor than a tease. My wallet really doesn't let me keep talking about it. I'm really hoping that this is as close as Mezco ever gets to Star Wars. But I don't know. It just seems like there's so many different frames and stuff where they kind of allude to or steal almost directly from a Star Wars reference or something. That it just really makes you wonder what we're in store for. Anytime near this, the lightsabers and everything they got going on. It makes you wonder. I
put this up. I grabbed one because that's the last thing that you mentioned. So I'll just put this up. Don't send me hate mail. Oh, you fucking ruined it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam, you got something for this? I know you do. I think we chatted about this too a little bit. You're like, did you read it? I'm like, no, not yet. But what do you got?
Yeah, same with the little Easter eggs that they were suggesting, and then the little foreshadowing and the vision that he has in the comic about the Dark Mez and the little baby grub. I thought that was awesome. Like such a crazy spin on it where you're like, oh, is this going to be what's to come, or are we going to get more to the story? And then kind of where it ends, you're like,
okay, are we going to see another character that we've been teased before? It kind of like starts to unravel and connect the dots essentially.
Yeah, this is. I think this is what you're talking about. This part, or no?
Yep. When they show him, and then later on when they go back to the where he has the vision of the Dark Gomez slicing the heads.
Oh, well, let me go through that. Yeah, there's a lot in this book, man. I don't want to
Yeah.
ruin it for everybody, so I'm trying to like just show smaller panels. But yeah, I read this probably 2 or 3 times, but it was such a big book. But there's so much to take in. They put a lot of work into this book.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find this out.
I feel like they put more into this story than they have in any of the others.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Adam. I can't find that one part that you're talking about. Is it later on or?
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, while I'm working on it, MC, what do you think? What was something that stood out for you in this book?
One thing. That's all I get.
Well, we can keep talking. I just didn't want to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
Like some
I don't
people
want
haven't had it.
I like that some characters are revisited without spoiling it. Like, so I think that's a crucial moment.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Gomez and Death Adder, there's one character, his name is said, and then another that appears.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool to, show us a couple new characters. Or, bring back. And then I really like the last page.
Page 28.
Seemed like they did a really good job of using this book to kind of tie their universe together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah.
Right? To kind of show how all this Rumble stuff, really fits together. It was really well done.
Yeah.
Page 28.
28?
Yeah, page 28, top panel.
What's the page before? Because I don't have a number here. What's the graphic look like before that?
It's
okay.
You tell me back or forward, like according to this right here with the whales. Back or forward?
Go forward.
Forward, how many?
1, 2, 3.
This? 3,
Nope.
4.
Nope.
Keep going.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking whole.
This
front
one?
Back. Nope.
This one.
Two more pages.
Yeah, 2 more technically.
1,
Sorry.
2.
There you go.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot, like, that's what I wanted to do too, is like look into some of this stuff. Because, like, doesn't this look like a modified, like, Krieg, like a doctor? Like a Krieg doctor, and then they have other guys in there. And there was a lot to pull from this. One of the things I thought of was how this is going to, like, affect, like, collecting. Because you have all these characters that you see. Are people going to try to backtrack now to kind of stick with the story? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one thing I thought of.
I feel like this one just unfolds so much different story building, like what Cory was saying with the character tie-ins, and how we get the Krieg that was essentially damaged and then left off in the prelude of the stop motion film, and then they started the comic with that, and so that kind of added more depth to the Krieg's I think backstory, or to like the one that kind of got away from the rest of the horde that's just all just their normal clone kind of stuff. And so that one just had a little bit more depth, where it just took that next chapter and just unveiled like this crazy story of just a huge mix between, Star Wars lore, probably even some He-Man and stuff in there. And just like, I feel like it just connects the dots with all of us fans and comic readers and stuff like that, where you're like, oh, this is actually like in-depth story to the characters that they're putting in tangible form. that we can actually play around with, create our own stories, or mimic what was already written into the comics. You know, how they brought Baron Benz into it, where for me, like, I was always thinking he was just aquatic only, right? But they just pulled him into space and just showed that this guy has more depth than we thought. But we could do that with our own imagination, if we wanted to. But they piggybacked on that, and I think we probably helped. Like, I mean, we as like the fans, and the pictures that people are doing, and the storytelling that they're doing with their photography, the company itself is looking at it like, these people are really gravitating to it. Like, we can world build on this. Like, let's brainstorm what more we can do, kind of thing.
Yeah, you see a lot of people say that they wanted more backstory. I always thought that they just, like you said, they just had these characters, and it was kind of like a little bit of a blank canvas that way you could use your own imagination, and do things that you want to do. But it seems like sometimes it's a little bit harder for people to do that, and so maybe they need a kind of like a guideline. But it helps make things more creative. I've seen people take shots that don't even fall into the story, you know? And I guess those are the people that maybe have a little bit more creativity and time, but they seem to really be enjoying it, as opposed to somebody going, I don't know who this character is. What do I do with it?
Yeah, I totally agree. And even with the diorama builders and stuff, like, they set the stage essentially for, you can do whatever, you know. 3-pack right there. What you think?
When I saw this, I like this. It's different uniforms, but then I kept thinking, well, what would be easier for collectors that maybe already have this stuff and don't want to rebuy? Maybe if they did a weapons pack where they just had the vest and the helmet and the gun, you know, so you could already put it on what you already have. Because can you imagine rebuying more Black Skulls Death Brigade? No offense, I have already too many. So I do, man. I'm like, and it's all because of this. I was like, they're gonna lead up to this kind of stuff, and I want to be ready. But
yeah.
CC, do you like the books? Do you like comic books? Like what they're doing with this kind of stuff?
I do. I really enjoy this stuff. I'm kind of with you. Like, I really wish Mezco would almost put out like a monthly thing. I'd be all in.
Ask you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if it was digital, like.
Oh yeah.
I'd subscribe to it. Like, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, there's just so much to this. There is. I know people have already picked this apart and shown this, but when I was looking through this, you got to look in the comic, but there's a lot of little Easter eggs like this in the panels. You just got to look. There's. It's probably me just looking at it like this, but there's a lot of teases. There's a lot of things that they can go and do and expand on, and they even did this. Remember when they were showing this stuff earlier? Which one was it? Was it the Nautilus one? But they were actually showcasing like Star Wars stuff in there, like the Star Destroyer, and they were teasing this a while back. There's all your credits and stuff. Yeah, this is I was really impressed with this book. You could tell a lot of thought, a lot of creativity and art went into it, obviously. It's really good. So I don't know. What else do you guys think about this? Anything?
Part 2.
Part 2?
Give me
I'm
part
surprised
2.
you didn't think about, say, Han and Chewie there. Baby Chewie. But, where was it? Did you see R2?
No, I said part 2. Sorry. Give me part 2.
Oh, yeah. I
said R2 as well.
I did too. I was looking at these, and I was thinking, man, I don't know if they'll do another run with the Void Cadet, but they have so many out here, and I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to pick these up, but it looks like there's different jobs and stuff. But I was thinking, man, they could pretty much reissue these because there seems to be a lot of interest now, more than it was with the Krieg, and then they could do these head packs. Do you know what I mean? No offense to Cosmic Legions, but they could probably tap into this and just, do some of these heads
Mm-hmm.
and get those. I kept looking at this too and seeing if there was going to be a hint for anti-mech, like in some of these kind of panels, I don't think that they're done with this mech suit stuff. I really don't.
No, there's too much R&D in that.
Right. What about the expansion, like weapons for the mechs? Like maybe like they showed that one with that giant rifle and stuff. They could
There's
do
one with the shield. They have shields.
the shield. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They had I saw that part, like the shield and stuff like that. And then I was opening mine today or last night, and there's that back panel. I still think that there's something sneaky that they could put. Look, it's just gooing that crap on there.
Oh, the one that's supposed to be like a storage thing.
I keep thinking, what if that's like a heavy metal expansion pack where you could put, I'm hoping that it wouldn't, it is top heavy, but what if that was something that you could put in there and it's like a heavy barrel kind of thing? Heavy barrel. That's an old game, but you know how you put all these attachments on? Maybe it's arms, extra arms or something like that. There's a reason for that thing to be there. It's not to put a boom boom.
So cool. What if they had a giant boom boom that morphed into a gun?
That would be badass. I know Cece's looking at this stuff going, God, please don't go down that road.
Man.
Did you pick one up at least the mech, or did you skip it entirely?
Me?
Yeah.
I had to skip it entirely because I didn't get the mech. I really wish that the cadet individual figure had been available outside of the convention. I would have loved to pick that one up.
Do you think that they'll be doing another offering of that, CC?
Paige, they almost have to, don't they? You know, like when you launch a storyline like this with so many tie-ins, like it seems like it'd be just such a huge missed out. Because how many people are going to want, the Rook guy if you don't have a cadet to go with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I really almost have to believe that there's another release of this figure coming.
Yeah.
Toy
and
Fair
they're
is coming
pretty
up.
deep in. You said what? Oh, Toyz Fair? Yeah.
That's
Toy
this
Fair
weekend.
That's is it this weekend or October? Okay.
It's this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be there. I was looking at the schedule. I didn't see a booth, but then also Toyz Fair. That was at a different time, wasn't it? I think event-wise, I think we're clear for this year. I think.
That's what I thought because I didn't see him on the booth list either.
Yeah. But CC, you make a great point because you do have, like, this is another character. I mean, obviously, Evil Emperor, but like, are you gonna want these two without having the cadet? Even if you had the Red Eye Gomez?
Right.
I mean, that's an evil one. I think that they would try to do this again. Maybe just have a different version. I wanted to go back to that one picture. Heaven forbid if they start making these monsters. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there is so much. And this is good product placement here. Oh, I gotta have 15 of these mech suits now. These vortex suits. Shit. Yeah, this is very well done. Look at that again. 15. I need 15 more.
Yeah.
I messed around with this thing today. I took a bunch of pictures and I had a lot of fun with it. I even showed Joey though. Full transparency. I did have a piece break off of my mech suit. I showed Joey, but it was just like a little piece. It wasn't anything major. It was on the backside of his elbow. It's like a little. It looks like a speaker part, but it's looks like maybe that's where steam and shit comes out of. came out. I just put some super glue on it and I put it back in there, but everything else is cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this thing, man. I'm wondering where it's gonna place in people's top 10 for this year, or 15, 20, whatever they want to do. So what is this? I'll pull it down so we can just talk freely so people won't be like, yeah, fuck it. Oh man. Any closing thoughts on this at all? Or did we beat it to the ground?
No.
I think if we get the chance, or if you haven't read the comic book, then you definitely want to check it out. But as far as the offerings that they showed for RumbleCon and with the story building, I don't know, I think they knocked it out of the park. They just gave us a really, or I guess a lot of ideas and groundwork to work with from here on out, and maybe more to come if they continue this, like expand more on Atticus with Bartholomew, and then more stories with Gangrene, and just continue that trend.
That's a lot of sublines to juggle, man. It's like, I know a lot of people want more stuff, but somebody's asking about this. But if you look, maybe CC, this will give us some hope, because they have just different versions. That's a question. Would you be okay if they did a Slugfest in a Void Cadet uniform?
Yes.
As long as I can still get my regular Void Cadet to go with him.
Oh yeah. So you have that. Hey, look, this is Sod Cutter. And you got a little guy here. I'm wondering if they're going to do that Teenage Gomez. You know how he's carrying him? He's a little bit bigger than Baby Grub. So, really quick, Adam, what'd you think about today's pre-order? Good, bad, indifferent?
Good. I was really stoked for it, just because I'll show you. I had attempted to work on a custom for Mask that I always wanted to do anyways, but this head sculpt I bought from somebody in the group, or it was one of the accessory groups.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he killed it with his head sculpt, and I was like, yes, I gotta have that. And then it wasn't until like maybe a month or so later that Mezco teased the mask, and I was like, great. But I'm all for it. Like I mentioned before, speculating on an MDX release with the yellow suit.
Yeah, I think if it go well, they'll probably do that and add some more stuff to it. And I think a lot of people are confused about the character. I think they're kind of associating it with the movie, which is kind of loosely based. But
yeah,
if you want to have some fun, look at the comic. The comic is
the movie is PG compared to the comic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like CC said, that bullet through the head. I saw some stuff. I was like, holy crap! And that's another thing I didn't understand why people wouldn't connect with this. It's not. It is goofy, but it's also pretty violent too. Yeah. Do you have the omnibus? Yeah. I sent the guys this last night. I was like, I'm looking at this stuff right now. I had the omnibus. I sent it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one.
I sent you and Cory a picture of the gun, that how you mentioned on how it could connect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that until you said that, and I was like, oh shoot, that would actually be really cool, because to make a giant gun. But there's a picture in the comic there that he has this giant gun that looks a lot like that. If they probably pulled from source material to reference it. But I was like, oh, that's a good point. If that thing connects, that's going to be super cool.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they kind of stick some stuff in there. Maybe it was some kind of, they're having the gun problem. Maybe there's some licensing stuff that they can stick in at the last minute and piss people off when it comes out, So I do think that pie thing was a mistake, but I think maybe they just kind of misplaced it, and
I'm with you though. Like if they snuck it in and like gave us some extras since they're calling it a deluxe, like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I know.
I think it would be fun, and but I don't know. But yeah, the pie thing would definitely be a much needed thing because we could use that for so many different characters and like just themes, just to have fun with that.
Well, you know what would happen? Everybody would get it, and then the people were like, "Oh man, that's not fair. It didn't come with this." It'd be, it's the half, kind of like Death Dealer when it finally comes out. Oh, they didn't have double jointed elbows on there. That's not cool. So maybe they'll make a correction. That would be cool if they did something like that. Oh, hey, they've done it before in the past. Hey, we've updated this and we're just showing you. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like now it's like if not 100% in with Mezco or like just the trend of how they roll, you kind of got to be prepared for anything. But if you're just picking and choosing the different lines, like if you're just doing Rumble Society or if you're just doing the licensed stuff, Marvel and DC, like you have those options, and like for me, like I always hear these complaints and stuff from like my peers and then even some of my customers that collect different lines. Like it may take longer to come out, or they may have this and that, but they're going to produce, and when they do come out with it, it's either going to be an amazing knockout of the park, or it's going to be like they did their job and they did it well. So it may not be a home run for every single person, but I think when you put it out on paper and compare it to other brands, or just compare it to itself within other versions, like older or like newer, they're 100% showing progression, and they're listening to us. People are just having their voice matters, and I feel like they're showing that regardless if they have that kind of rebellistic attitude, and I feel like that just kind of adds to the flair. So it's like, if you know Mezco, it's just the way he rolls. Like you might not get an answer customer service, you might not like that, but we're not in a perfect world either. So
that's the biggest thing. Well, thank you for coming on again. Always good insight, man. Appreciate you, and I'm pretty sure just like these guys we'll be talking in the chat and stuff like that. So
definitely.
All right, man.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, I cut him off too early. Sorry about that, Adam. Still working on that. Oh man. So a little bit of catch up. CC. Now that we've taken all this in and all the other lines, where are you at with this? With all of this, man? Because you've been the North Star for us, pretty much. To be honest with you, man, I tell you what. But it's been good, man. Because I've walked in, I've told you, and it's almost like an AA thing. You know how we message each other throughout the day, and I'm like, I'm at Target.
Yeah. yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I promise. Help me. But yeah, so where are you at, man? Like with all of this, because you're the more level-headed one of all of us. I keep buying.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, we always talk about. I know all this stuff looks great, but the one thing we still really have to accept is that space is finite, right? Like at the end of the day, no matter what, we got to be able to look at these things and be like, where am I going to put it? What am I going to do with it? And make some tough decisions. I told you guys earlier this week, there's going to be some lines that I'm eliminating altogether, just because there's things I like more, and I don't want to have to, stop getting those, so I continue to have space. There's a couple lines that I'm getting out of completely, not because I don't like them, but just because I just don't have space for all this stuff anymore.
What lines are you going to cut? Is that okay to ask, or?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's nothing against any of these lines, right? But
Yeah,
I feel like
of
when I
course,
have
yeah.
stuff, when I buy it and it doesn't even make it out of the shipper, then it's kind of time for me to walk away from. So, the Super 7 stuff, I'm getting rid of that. The Thunder Tank, I've had that thing for what, 4 months now, or whatever. Never made it out of the box, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And the Mythic Legions, I think my last 2 pre-orders, I don't think I opened up any of them. They're just sitting there, still in the whole wave box. So I'm going to walk away from that and going to go pretty much exclusively Mezco and Classifieds. That's the plan.
That's almost enough. Classifieds hit. Man, I had so many classifieds come this week. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the new Figure Obscura? Did you do that one or no?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. MC, where you at with everything?
So I'm gonna purge boxes to make room. I'm not gonna resell my Mezcos, so I'm just gonna get rid of. Obviously, there's boxes I'm gonna keep in tins, but a majority of the boxes are gonna go. Like the Jim Gordon box, I actually have that like laying in a pile right now to go out. That box is huge for one figure in a spotlight in the little diorama. It's ridiculous. A lot of the boxes are gone, so that'll free up a bunch of room. I cut line. We talked about it. I cut some lines too. Selective with characters is the biggest thing right now. So, like, if I don't have a close connection, I'm not buying for the most part. I can't cancel some of my pre-orders, but I did cancel quite a few. Like BBTS, I cleaned up. Amazon pre-orders, I cleaned up, and some Hasbro Pulse stuff I got rid of. So, gonna keep Vintage Collection, Classifieds that I'm cherry picking, and Mezco, and Mythic Legion, like few Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, like Alien kind of stuff too. Just like stuff that kind of fits. I did order the new Figure Obscura. It'll be here tomorrow. I really liked it. I remember reading the short story when I was in high school or middle school. I don't know, and kind of always liked it, especially with what we just experienced, in the world. So it's kind of fitting, I felt. So with the plague, but it's very, very selective. Indiana Jones still going to, finish out that line. I don't know what they're going to do with that moving forward. So we've got one more.
Doesn't look like much.
Yeah, we got one more build
Yeah.
an artifact. We have the Last Crusade artifact and the Map Room Indy that's coming, and that's it. I mean, nothing else is announced. They weren't even shown at PulseCon, so
Yeah, I think that line's done, man.
Yeah, like like the Ghostbusters line. It kind of like just maybe they'll bring it back for the next Ghostbusters movie that's being talked about already. But we didn't get Muller Ram. We didn't get any Germans. We didn't get the mechanic. We didn't get Mutt. I know CC's disappointed. No Mutt.
Yeah.
Favorite character. But yeah, I think being selective is the key. Space is definitely finite. That's what I feel more than anything right now. The crunch.
Yeah, I saw a guy. He's a good friend, and he sold his burner vapor.
It's a good figure.
Yeah,
That's a good figure. Wow.
Yeah, he sold it, and I was sitting there looking. I go, wow. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey, man, is everything okay? He goes, yeah. He said, you know what this is almost like? It's almost like the housing market, when a bubble bursts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody, if you look at the timeline, everybody's trapped in their house. Some people made out a little bit better and they had more money to spend on stuff, and you're in your home, so you're buying toys and buying collectibles, and everybody's doing it. And then that shift comes over, and now it's a dry spell, and now it's just an influx. It's just flooding people, not just from the stuff that they had before, but then the new stuff. I showed you guys the other day. I was just unboxing stuff, and it was just like unbox, and they were really great figures. But I just it is like we've been talking about.
Do you want me to hand you one right now to check out?
we didn't work this out. I could have had it because I did put that one. That one's a good figure too. All these figures are great. It's nothing against the company. It's nothing against what they're putting out. It's just a lot of stuff, and you just don't seem to have time for it. At least I don't.
No, yeah. It's crazy. Looking at how much I still got. Looking around,
You ever
just
look at it?
on my desk right now. It's just, it's frustrating. Trying to find spots.
Do you look at it as money? Like it's sitting there and you're going, that's money I could have done something else with, or that's money that.
No, I don't, and I'm not trying to come off like that. Like, I mean, it's just,
that you could have like if you see something you didn't open, it's almost like a stack of money there and going, oh, that's something I could have used for this. Not like, oh, I could sell it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, like why, sometimes I'm like, oh man, why the hell did I buy this? Like, I got some stuff in, and if I can, like Amazon, I order a lot through Amazon because I can return it, no questions asked, like, Hasbro stuff. Like, why, like, why the hell did I order this 7th Darth Vader? So, with new hands or some bullshit, whatever they threw out at us. But it's more space. Like I'm overwhelmed. I feel like I should be on an episode of Hoarders here soon, looking at all these boxes.
Yeah. I told you guys I'm trying to I'm trying to organize a little bit, but then I gotta make some room for company coming. And that's when the realization hits. When you go into a room and you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I bought that. Where am I gonna put this? And I'm just
you got a dozen his tanks coming.
Yeah, man. That and the Dragonfly, and then I got 6 more Vortex suits coming.
Ramen racers.
That I don't mind. I feel comfortable throwing that in the garage. I think I'd be okay in a box. This other stuff I don't feel comfortable throwing in a, because it's so hot here.
Yeah. It's so much. I don't know. Too much stuff.
It is. I'm gonna start now, and I know I say it every show, but I think the next year, like starting now and going into next year, I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna, if I haven't opened something in 6 months to a year, I'm selling it. So that's pretty much all my Bandai stuff. I haven't messed with any of that stuff, some of that stuff in probably 2 years that I've just had it on the shelf. And I kept saying, oh, I could plug my 5-point stuff in there, or I can plug in, kind of organize stuff and make it a little neater, like have a Rumble Society section instead of it mixed in there, have a little bit organized. But I told myself, I was like, yeah, it's time, man, because I'm not doing anything with that stuff.
Yeah. Cece, you have you searched the market yet for your Thunder Tank and all that stuff yet? Like, you have, like, I mean, I know you have a lot of Thundercat stuff like that. Hopefully somebody local would be ideal, obviously, because that Thunder Tank to ship that is.
Yeah, in all honesty, I'm probably going to let it all go in just one lump, which means I'll take a hit on it. But it's worth just the ease of being able to just let it all go in one lot instead of shipping. As I don't know, between the TMNT and the Thundercats, I must have 30 Super 7 figures probably, plus that tank. So, I'm not trying to sell all that stuff individually and ship each and every piece out. So there's a guy locally that buys collections like that.
Okay.
So I'll probably hit him up again.
I mean, I know like some people, like that aftermarket push, but sometimes to me it's worth, because I've purged before with some old figures and stuff like that. It's worth it just to sell it as a lot, and you know what, I got my money's worth by playing with it. This is, or fooling around with whatever,
Wish I could say that.
It's worth it to me.
It's sat on the shelf.
Oh yeah, that's what I get you're saying.
Yeah.
But
that Super 7 stuff, I didn't even take it out of the little shipper. Like I said, it's so stupid. I got these little brown boxes sitting downstairs It's not even like it's even in the window. It's just it makes no sense.
So you have a nice brown box collection, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got like 30 brown boxes all stacked real neatly on shelves, and I'm like, what's the point of this?
At least it's neat. Do you have?
I know exactly where they're all at.
Do you have? My friend does this in Jacksonville quite a bit. These small toy conventions. Maybe that would save you on the hassle of. I know you said you got a guy, but he has these little toy conventions. He just takes all his toys there and he rents a table, and he just sells his stuff. You don't have those. Do you have that kind of stuff there in Michigan, or
not as often? And where I'm at, I think I might have missed it this year. Honestly, it'd be one of the things. If I held on to it, I probably could. But in Southwest Michigan, where I'm at, it's
we have
nothing real local at all. Very rural.
Tampa area.
Yeah, that's what I like.
In Orlando too. They're always like in a hotel or like a Holiday Inn convention. It's like real small.
I'm gonna ship my stuff to MC and let him go sell it for me.
Yeah, he'd be a broker.
It's all gone. I made $7, and then you see like, 3 mech suits behind me.
These new ass Mezcos and shit.
Second market mech suits,
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll trade you a Thunder Tank for a mech suit. Anybody in Michigan? I'll trade you a Thunder Tank for a mech suit.
I guarantee there'll probably be somebody
that hell of a deal, honestly. Like,
if you're in Michigan, hit me up. I'd be willing to do that trade. I'd do the Thunder Tank for a mech suit. If you're in Michigan, I'm sure not shipping it. That box is enormous.
Yeah, you can even probably do that in the group. Just say, hey, you're looking for a mech suit. I'm waiting for that bubble to pop on that. Like, I know a lot of people have it, and I'm waiting for
the mech suit. Yeah, it's brand new. I mean, people are still getting it in right now. So it's that initial FOMO sale that's going on right now. And I'm not price bashing anybody. That's not what this is about. I'm not saying it's not worth that by no means, but historically, Mezcos sell for very high when they are first couple people to get them and list them.
Yeah,
never buy on the bubble.
Adam's down near us. He'll meet you halfway. He's got an extra mech suit. He'll meet you in Kentucky. CC.
Yeah.
It'll probably be
something like that though. I'd rather trade for something that I would actually open and enjoy. So that Thunder Tank's been just sitting in my garage for.
I remember when you got it.
Yeah,
you talked about it like several of your days off. Like today's a day, and we're like, waiting on bated breath.
What do I keep telling you guys? Like, I don't want to open those Super 7 Thundercats because all I hear people complain about is the articulation on those things. So I haven't opened up a single one of them because I just don't want to be disappointed.
Oh, that's bad too. Yeah, like you said. So it's just there. The box is just there, and you're just like,
yeah.
So you did not get the layer, is what you're telling me.
I did not get that layer. I did not do that for sure.
That would be the ultimate regret. I think you would just be like, that's like way too much.
Yeah.
Do you have the TMNT party wagon? Did you order that? Because that would go good with the Mezco turtles, I would bet. But that was I
didn't order that party wagon.
That was like
I should have done that third party one. Is what I should have done.
I remember NECA did one too. It's supposed to be coming out soon.
Yeah.
It's very cartoony.
Yeah.
Adam, just hide it in the closet, like CC has. His wife just thinks the refrigerator box. He's got
It's almost big enough, man. Almost big enough. That box is almost 4 foot tall. It's huge.
Jesus.
It's huge. I don't know about that. Well, we're close to time. We kept it under an hour.
Yeah.
But it's good. Got good people from the community come on. I wanted to thank everybody that came on. Adam, Loco, thank you very much. Question. Oh, this is a good one. Well, before we get out of here. Question for the planner. What do you guys use to display your Mezcos? You guys want to go
I love
first?
the Detolfs. I'm glad I got all mine when they were a little cheaper.
I should do that. There's an IKEA right up the road from me. I don't have one detolf at all.
No? Oh, I love the detolfs, man. You get the detolf and put that Calax thing underneath so it kind of raises it up. It's a great display. Great display.
Yeah. And see, what about you?
I have some on my desk, some in the box, and the most popular one is in Sawyer's hands.
Yeah.
Sawyer's my kid, Boo. He's an 8-year-old with a very bougie handset that loves Mezco figures, and the mech is in his room right now as we speak, laying on the floor. So
next to his UFO.
Actually, I have that next to me right now. He dropped it off, so he said, "Show it if they want to see it." So
show it, like, because it's pretty much
it's done.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah,
it's impressive.
Spotlight.
Oh, all the pressure.
I didn't mean to do anything.
For those
a second, I'm sorry.
My kid is big into aliens, also.
Yeah, real working lights.
No. So Stranger Things is what I scaled it to.
Oh, you fancy freak!
What's that? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you got the door. You got it to work. Nice.
I made the dome work. There's 3D printed, painted, and then I did this little feature too. So that'll spin.
Well done, man.
Thank you. So.
And you're installing the Gravitron engine later this week?
Yes, and light speed drive. So
yeah.
I captured one of those Purgles from Star Wars. Sucked it out, took it out of the gland. So
that boy bow-legged.
Yeah. So they fit in there. There's like a shoot. It's gonna be hard to pull this picture off, but there's
so those aliens. Those were like a import figure that you bought.
Yeah, it was. Well, they had them. They still have them on BBTS. They're called Strangers of the Universe. There's 4 different grays and 2 greens. The greens glow in the dark, and all their suits. It's probably won't pick it up on here, but if you hit it with a flashlight, they change colors. Like their suits they become reflective. It's really cool. And they have tons of accessories. Like some of them have probes, some have little guns, like little space guns. They're just neat little figures. Different head sculpts, like each one has 2 head sculpts. Like this guy's surprised, and they have the standard. The green guy's glow in the dark though, which is pretty cool. Different hands. They've got magnets on their feet. Fully.
So what's the magnet feature for, you think?
Stick them to the fridge, I think. I don't know. They didn't come with. They have little stands, I think, too. But they got elbow. Sawyer's fit here, I guess. I need my kid.
Oh, there it is. I can see it now.
But double jointed knees, full ankle articulation, different hand grips, full rotation on hands.
Loco wants to know, how much does that cost?
I want the UFO you sold me. Probably, I 3D printed it, man, with a lot of time, and painted it. So
how long did this whole project take you from start to finish?
Me, or how long would it take like somebody who's actually
no. Well, I mean, it would be if anybody's doing it, it would be like the average person. So how long did it take you to do it?
So total print time was
sorry,
like 3 days, approximately 2.5, 3 days. And then the painting was the painting was a pain because like I wanted shiny color, so I had to put multiple coats down to get that reflective kind of surface to it, and then clear coating it, and then assembly. So like realistically, you could like you guys know I have 2 jobs, so like I'm an on-call provider for a place, and I have a Monday through Friday gig too, so I work a lot and chart a lot. But probably like
You're
a
also
week.
A husband and a father. You got 4 of them.
You got 14 jobs. 14 jobs.
The sanding, because I did resin, I just did like a light coat of sanding on it so I could scuff it up to bring out more detail, to like when I gave it a black wash. what's the price for a raw print? He's killing me. The dome.
Oh, Joe, you pervert.
I would say like 5 to 10 days, like of total work. A couple hours here, a couple hours there, but the print time was like 3 days. The dome, I took like what was it called? I ordered it on Amazon, and I just used a grinder to rough out the edge. It's bear with me. I'll tell you what it was. It was just a clear acrylic dome that I got the idea for, like my orders. Sorry.
Don't Google good dome.
Yeah, good dome.
Yeah. Or grinder. Yeah.
So it's it's hard to see, but
it's okay. Just drop your affiliate link in the description.
Yeah, my affiliate. my adjacent dome there from my affiliate link.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was and then it was just pretty fun. Like, it was fun to do, and you guys, I sent you guys the pictures of how excited he was. He loves UFOs and stuff, so it's all about my child being spoiled. So, because there's no retro alien stuff out there, like you can't find a UFO like that for sale. Believe me, I've searched everywhere, like in that scale. I was willing to spend a thunder tank worth of money to find him one, so he'd leave me alone about it.
Whoa.
I know, right? Like spoiled child. But
I think those aliens might fit in that thunder tank. We can make that happen.
No, he doesn't need one. He already told me.
Plenty of room.
The pitch.
I'm about to send Sawyer a picture. Hey, Sawyer.
How much do you like that?
Coming back to Michigan soon.
Like, yeah, you can be like, hey, you know what? You can only fit one Gomez in that mech suit, but think of me in this tank.
It's like that Cat Williams skit. He goes, I can get you a Nintendo. I can get you one game and one controller, or I can get you this Nintendo. It's like 30 games. I'm surprised that they don't have, like, with all this alien stuff now. I'm surprised that somebody's not capitalizing on that. The Greys and all this other stuff, and getting like this kind of stuff.
With like Cosmic Legions, they have some Greys that are coming out now. Their next wave has a couple, and 1/12 scale. I talked to Steven about it a little bit, and Boba, and you guys as well. I need to get like the 3D sweatshop like CC has, so I can do a 1/12 scale, like, so I could do like Gomez and those, because those guys are only 4 inches tall, 4.5. They're like the size of a plunderling. If any of you guys have, I know you. Well, actually, I know you guys have plunderlings, but that's the size of the Stranger to the Universe. So
I still got that one Sawyer gave me, man.
Yeah,
they give me a couple.
They're pretty
still
cool.
Got those. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, I gotta dig them out one day and take pictures of them. I can have it, like, make a bill for it. Let's see. Let's try to make this the last question. MC. Oh, sorry. Here we go. It's MC show. Just kidding. Do you like working on? More content. Do you like working on the UFO, or do you like the completion more? Which do you favor, the progress or the completion?
I like the working on it because it let me unwind after work, and I usually do that stuff after my family's in bed, because I have a sleep issue where I can't sleep. So it like helps relax. I paint at night or whatever. Like last week when we got off the show, I was working on it every night, and for the couple weeks before that. So just it was fun. The thing I didn't like was all the math, like trying to figure out how to expand the pieces so everything would fit, and I had to print a couple things a couple times because my math was off. So the geometry or trigonometry, I don't know, carry the 2 and the square root of pi or something. I don't know.
Math is hard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I like doing things like that. So it makes me unwind, get creative.
Well, the good thing is that you'll learn how to do this, and then in another year You just push a button and it does it. That's
I know,
usually how
right?
technology works.
Take it out.
Like you don't have to do shit anymore. Like I don't know how many AI generated things I've seen in content creation and everything else, and they're always talking about, yeah, this AI system can make the video for you. You don't
Yeah.
even have to say anything or do anything. Yeah, and I'm like, where's the originality and creativity? And
I heard that's a problem with like colleges now. Like people are using AI to write their papers.
yeah, I mean, what you
No
And
know,
how
hard
would you
no,
how would
right?
you know they didn't write it? I was thinking about that just the other day.
Exactly.
Prove
Like,
that I cheated. How could you prove that I cheated?
yeah, prove that this was written by AI. Like, tell me how.
I suppose the only thing would be difficult would be like the oh god, we call it the notations or whatever, your citations.
Your works cited, but I'm
It'd
sure you
be
can
real
say,
difficult to get. Of course, you can probably tell AI to do that too. Probably, hey, write
well,
this
that's what I was
paper and give me the
thinking.
citations. It'll probably do
You
it.
know, pull from scholarly articles within the last 2 years for works cited.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it's man.
yeah,
Oh God,
and
college has been so much easier.
it's only getting better too. Like I saw two famous content creators say they, make a video of this, whatever they did. And it was one of them was kind of hammy. And then one was Marquez Brownlee, the tech guy,
Hmm.
a young black kid. I don't know if you ever watched the video. He's really good, really big into Apple and stuff like that. But he can really break down stuff. And his, because I guess he was more specific, catered to him a little bit more. But it was because it had analyzed all his videos.
Oh wow,
And so it could
too smart.
replicate yeah. And it just learned it. And I was sitting there thinking, I go, crap, man. I
Skynet.
was like, no, I was just thinking there's not going to be anything original really anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those things, you've seen some of those AI generated art and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that stuff can be done in nanoseconds compared to what an artist would be able to do. Dude, I was like, I don't know where this is going to go. You're not going
Songs.
to do anything. Yeah.
Songs.
It's a little
Somebody
scary.
deepfaked Eminem and Drake, and they did a Kendrick, but it was hard because Kendrick is different. But it had some of what he did. So be prepared to sit on your couch and not do shit anymore.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I'm glad we stuck to our hour. Glad to see we're consistent with our content.
You
By the
know
way,
us. We know how to adhere to deadlines.
Exactly. By the way, this show was not in part or as whole created by AI generated content.
We need max headroom in here.
You remember that guy? Max headroom.
Ooh, boy, did we just sound old.
I know, right? I saw it on YouTube. My grandma was watching.
Exactly. Oh, thank you, Minis. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, guys, give you guys some time to prep. End of the year is coming. We still got 3 months we talked about, but we all need to get our little favorites list ready. And then next month is Halloween. Let's try to do something.
It's going to be tough because we got 18 more figures that might be in the running.
I honestly think, really quick, let's just do this.
Doom.
Just for fun.
We already called it.
Turtles.
Figure of the year.
Turtles.
Call them.
I really hope that doesn't get pushed back. Just like we were pitching for minis for like 2 days. This isn't working, stupid computer. Yeah, you can copy my thoughts, but you can't keep the browser up.
AI has failed.
Man, you better watch out. I'm telling you. 10 years, they're gonna like bring you to like tribunal court, and they're gonna say, "Did you say this? I didn't say anything." And you were saying something slanderous. No, the thought police.
Yeah.
They're gonna say you thought of something slanderous, and you said it at your computer, and it was a computer hate crime. Did you say you stupid computer back in 1986? Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't using the floppy disk right. Cryogenics. Cryogenic freeze, 10 years. Look at this. So we already got one, right? That's marked off 17, right? Who do you got, CC? Who do you think? How many out of this?
Are we getting?
I definitely think Roadblock's coming. That looked pretty complete. I definitely think Doom is coming. I definitely think the Turtles are coming. Power Rangers, I think, are a good candidate to get pushed back. Green Goblin, I think, is coming. Spider-Man. I guess I should have went in order, huh? So I'm guessing Spider-Man, the Justice League set, Morbius, get him out of the way. Fantastic Four, Roadblock, Green Goblin, Doctor Doom. I think Dick Tracy, sad to say it, Paige, I think he's going to get pushed back.
Oh,
I think
no,
the Rangers
no,
will
no,
get pushed
sir.
back.
Not what I saw.
Yeah. I think he's going to go back a little bit. Turtles are coming. I think Storm Shadow and Firefly will probably be early next year. Pat Bat, I can see coming this year too. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be half. 9 of those 18, I think, are coming.
9? Okay.
9.
Yeah. MC, real quick, who do you got?
Spider-Man, Morbius, Roadblock, Green Goblin, Snake Eyes, Doom,
I'm supposed to be counting. Should I be counting?
Dick Tracy, Turtles, The Shadow. That's it. I think Fantastic Four is definitely getting pushed back. Female body is going to be the problem, I think. And that'll hopefully push back.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. When I put it up, I thought it was okay, and then I looked at it and I go, oh, it didn't look like the original solicitation. There was something about it, and I was like, maybe this is. But sometimes they send the prototypes just to have it show, but they're still working on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man, this one, because they said it, like CC said, I would really hope that they get this one out just to get it out of the way. Yeah, maybe push, maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of showing stuff right here. Roadblock, man, he got pushed back. I thought he was done pretty much. He looked like he was done. This looked like it was done. This looked like it was done. I don't know about this. I'm not trying to be funny, CC.
He's done.
CC's copy is done.
He's done.
Yeah.
I talked to Miz and Four Horsemen, and they assured me. They assured me that I would not have to wait any longer.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna get this out.
That's right.
This looked done to me, man. Everything was there. Everything was there, packaging, everything was there.
Yeah.
And where's he at? Flat top. It was I can't gush over this any more than I can. It's gonna be really hard to be biased about this one.
Well, Flat Top you don't even have on there for the fourth quarter release, right?
It's hard. Well, it's a 2-pack, but it's hard to fit like
I'm sorry.
Justice League. Yeah, I can't fit all those characters in there because there's so much.
Yeah.
I should have probably had a better format, but
I forgot Dick Tracy was a 2-pack. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like both of those were in the thing, and they looked done to me. I didn't feel anything. Like some of these had different stuff on it, but this too, I thought it was pretty much done. This, in my opinion, looked done. I didn't mess with this too much. I wish I had, and Snake Eyes, I wish I had, but it wasn't my section. And then the Shadow, maybe. This looked done to me. This one,
Pat Bat wasn't even there, right?
No comment. And then this one was that was just like Duke. It was a prototype. It wasn't anything. But there's still time. This is next year-ish. So what else? I think a safe bet is 9 or 10.
As long as Doom is one of those 9, we're good. And the Turtles.
Yeah, I think we see the Turtles. But,
Gotta get those.
Internet never forgets. Somebody screen grabbed this and Paige was wrong. CC was wrong. MC was wrong. 12 to 14 minis. How many weeks are left? How many weeks are left? Was 4?
It's 14.
4, 8, 12, right?
I just counted 14.
4, yeah, because of this week, yeah.
We can't really count the week between Christmas and New Year's, though. They're not going to ship that week. I don't think. Take away a week for Thanksgiving, too.
Oh, yeah. That's, that's a good point because they kind of shut down at that.
The holidays.
Think we'll get a holiday offering this year?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I don't know. It would be cool. It would be cool to get those ugly sweaters, talking about, but I don't know. That's probably got to be a hard thing to kind of. They were trying to sell them from the year prior. I think the last 2 times, right?
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. It'd be cool to get like an ugly sweater, cut and stitch back thing,
Yeah.
We almost have to get another Cousin Eddie furry suit, don't we? Don't we need another addition there?
Polar bear? Penguin suit?
Yeah, something, right? Gotta have something. You gotta keep the furries going.
Yeah, that fits his character too. I'm wondering if I think they're almost done doing that Christmas card too. I think there's only who was it? There was one person left, right? How many drops would you say do you think we might drops? I say 2 more figures and I hope for a sweater expansion. Like surprise drops, like just drops out of nowhere.
Yeah, because I think Bartholomew Vex, like CC said earlier, is probably going to get buy it now for that. And I mean, who know? They always drop something on us.
Yeah, I think we're going to have quite a few. To be honest with you, there's just enough time to do it.
Mez has got to put an addition on the house.
And fourth quarter stuff too. That's funny. I saw somebody say something about that. Oh, they just wait until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ship everything during the holidays. The worst time to ship everything during the holidays. Let's wait, and that'll just add on to the missing packages problem because everything is just getting delivered all at the same time. There's porch pirates and stuff like that. I'm sorry if you're a porch pirate. I didn't mean to offend you, but there's all sorts of mishaps that can happen during the holidays. So let's choose the busiest time and flood empty the warehouse. I need a second job like yesterday. Yeah, I think we're getting some. Remember, say it every year. I remember that. I even sent you guys that post from like 2018. Been doing it a long time. I'm telling you, winter is coming. Never fails. I guess it's not a prediction, but at least you get to see this kind of stuff and know. Man, did I ever tell you I did it like in 2017 and it got erased? Oh, I was so pissed.
Damn admins.
Yeah. I lost all that information, man. Yeah. Anyway,
that's a good question. Steve Morrow asked me. He asked me his question earlier, and we're gabbing back and forth a little bit. I want to hear your guys' answer to this. And then I'll tell you what I told him.
All right. This will be our last question because I'm supposed to be doing something. CC, would you want a figure of your younger self, present self, or alter ego? And what 3 accessories would you have? Ooh.
Younger self, present self, or alter ego? Alter ego. Alter ego.
What are your
What's the
accessories?
alter ego?
What's that?
What's the alter ego?
Um,
Mean
great
guy,
question.
good.
Sam Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Need a trench coat, leather, big gun.
Eye
and a
patch.
Royale cheeseburger.
Yes.
All right. What's the 3 accessories?
Family
Family
My
friendly.
3 accessories.
Family
Got to be an
friendly.
iPhone, right? Got to have that in there. Boy, I travel light.
For an accessories guy?
I know. You would think with all the accessories, like I would always have something with me. But boy, I
Mhm.
travel light. So my action figure would be real disappointing because all you ever see me with is a phone. What do I have? My phone, my iPad. Man, it's like
Dashboard. Your dashboard.
my Apple Watch, my phone, and an iPad.
Yeah, the dashboard.
Yeah, got to have the dashboard, right?
Paige.
Everybody's probably like, "What is he talking about a dashboard?"
Yeah, I know. People tune in with dashboard. Dashboard battles. Do it. Hashtag dashboard battles. I am going to do it. I just got to figure out how I can squeeze this vortex suit in there.
Never gonna happen.
I wouldn't want to figure my younger self. Yeah, I wouldn't.
No?
No, I wouldn't. I was not a good person. I wouldn't want that kind of. I wouldn't want that in figure form.
What would his
self.
accessories have been?
Oh, bad shit. Stuff that I cannot say on this show. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, it was night and day from what you see now and then. I would say present and then 3 accessories that you would have. Delete button? Just kidding. It's a joke. It always gets worked in there. It's not bad serious, but sarcastically. 3 accessories. Phone, because I always have that. Same thing. Yeah. Pimp Paige. Get him! Yeah.
PVC pipe?
Yeah. Yo, man, no, Jimmy's. Katie say, what did he say? The other guys? Katie say, you better not be been and get pregnant. Phone. What else? Slurpee. And no, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. Phone and then the 2 dogs. That's all I would have.
Aw. And then Oscar would come with his own accessories.
Yeah, I bet he would, but he'd eat. I had my Void Cadet because I was doing something with it today, and then I had it, and you know the little plastic things that I usually have.
Yeah,
those things are great. They double, they hold them. And no, I'm not plugging it from there. I don't get money. So you open them up, you can take all your accessories. Like I had the hands, I emptied the bags off on the one side, and it just kept them there. So I'm going and I'm doing something. I'm setting up the vortex suit over here. I look over at the couch, and his face is right on the thing there. And he's just like this, and he's like,
looks delicious.
yeah. And I was like, you better get away, man. And he's like, what? No, I'm not doing anything. That's his voice. What? I ain't doing anything. But no, I love him though. So yeah, those are mine. What are yours, MC?
So I went with younger self, and we're about the same age. So I picked highlights for my hair,
Wow,
and condoms.
Wow, yeah.
So,
I knew that was coming.
Hey, that's literally what and then I changed it up and I said, like probably it would be a hockey stick, a camera and something, because
Can't
that
help
was
himself,
in,
bro.
like my CD player, because that was the other things that I always felt were very important to me: camera, hockey stick, CD player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a good question because it does. Happiest when you're younger self, present self, or you prefer a different version. I chose alter ego. No, it is a good question because it gives you good insight into the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could sit there and say, "Ooh, Paige regrets some shit that he used to do when he was younger."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good question, man. Great way to end it.
Yeah.
Roger Dodgers came in. Hey, oh, here we go.
Hi.
Dogs gotta go out. Yo, CC, it was great to have you back.
Great to be back.
And I'm glad that we
Don't
were all
suspend
able
me
to.
anymore.
I didn't do that. I would never
I
do
apologize.
that. I think I kept this long enough
Yeah.
for people to screen grab it. So, yeah. I'm telling you, man. Watch.
Oh, I know.
Yep. So, again, thank you everybody for coming in, hanging out. Appreciate it. And also, I really appreciate everyone up in the view count. I really don't get into that, but I got this message the other day and I was showing the guys too. But the last couple videos, they've been going over really well. And it has to do obviously with the content, but then also having people come on. And I think a lot of people enjoy that. So we'll try to find some ways to keep doing it, but kind of modify it a little bit. But I appreciate everybody that's been coming on and contributing. And of course, I didn't tell CC this because he wasn't here last time, but I really appreciate you guys, both of you guys, man. You guys do a lot for the show. You guys are constantly here, and I appreciate you sharing your time. I know you guys have other stuff that you got to do, but I'll keep saying it every single time. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll cry now. We'll cry. Uh-oh, AI watches for extra watches. See, look at that. AI everywhere, bro. All right, well, good show, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Closing, anything? Because CC, we missed it. We missed you.
I know. Always help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
MC, do you have anything?
I can't follow that. The guy's awesome.
Yeah, I
He's
think
got the best sign off. But thank you for having us, Paige. Appreciate it.
No, thank you guys for coming on. And thank you to the guests that we have all night, Loco and Adam. You were awesome. Get it? Get it? Yeah. See everybody later. Take
Bye.
care. Have fun. Do good. Be good. Oh!
I got a cease and desist letter in the mail. Don't say it.
I just got a message. He's like, stop that shit right now.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Everybody, have fun. Take care.
Have a good one.